contents of this file, what is this 1528 bytes uses, I simply have to say cat and the file name and enter. So these are all the various options I have here. If I have to create or if I have to copy this file, I simply say copy etc password to dot. This is another way of specifying relative path. Here I am giving absolute path. I am saying relative path is copy this file to current working directory. You will see a file here. What if I don't want a copy? Let me remove this file. What if I don't want a copy? All I want is just a link. See, there is a difference, right? When you have a shortcut, when I modify in the shortcut, it will even modify in the original file. But whereas when I have two different copies here and here, the modification here does not reflect in the master copy. I mean, this is a plain common sense that way. You have an original file. If you copy that original file into some other directory, and if you modify in that some other directory, the changes won't reflect in the master file. For example, if I have like addition2.sh, I have a shell script like this. I said a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Now if you copy this addition2.sh to your temp directory, if you added c as 30 here, if you added some line sum equals to a plus b. So this line won't be visible to this guy here because these two are two different copies. Whereas if I create a shortcut for this, instead of copying, if I have just created a shortcut, whatever I modify inside the temp will also reflect in the master copy because this is just a symbolic link or a shortcut. So the syntax for this option is ln. You have to specify option, you have to specify target, and you have to specify the destination. Which one you want to copy, where you want to copy. CD, training, I went entered into a training directory. I said ln, inside the CDC training 32, inside Ravi directory, there is a file called linkme. This file I want to copy. Now let me show you that example. If I make dir Ravi, cd Ravi, I say copy etc password as password here. So it's a new file. I can say ln -s etc password as password underscore link. So this is how you get a symbolic link. So I go here and modify any thing here, it will go and affect the master copy. See what I'm saying? Now what is this difference between using -s and without using -s? When I use -s, you look at the output here. This password file size is 1528 bytes. But when I created a symbolic link as password underscore link, the size of password underscore link is only 11. So any changes that I'm trying to do this will indirectly go and affect this file system, this guy here. But whereas when I simply say ln, target and destination, it even created the same file here, 1528. But still, if I do some modification here, it will go and affect this guy. That is true. But it will maintain one local copy plus symbolic link. I repeat here. When I say -s or -s, it will only maintain a symbolic link. But when I don't specify -s, It will maintain the symbolic link as well as it will maintain one local copy. Now for example, if I log in as a root, where is my root command? Okay, if I add user add some ASDF, user add is a command which will add a new line into etc password. A new line is added at the end. So when I say ls-l etc password, the file size has been increased from 1528 to 1565, right? Now let's do this here, ls-l. Oh, it's not reflected yet. Add password link to whereas when I do this, this is coming. When I do cat of this symbolic link, I'm seeing here ASDF, what are the new line I have added. But when I do password underscore link to, why it changed to 1 here? Wait a minute, I'm missing something here. I saw here 2, that means 2 symbolic links are 2 places where I can see this file, while it has been invalidated. Why it's been changed to 1? Let me do this one more time. ln, what is my target? etc password. I say password underscore link 3. It's getting the new one. And it's 2 here specifies actually how many hard links. See, this is a soft link, -s. Without -s, it's a hard link. Hard link means same copy exists in 2 different locations. Right, the equivalent copy exists in 2 different locations. If I go back and add one more user here, user add ASDF2, this is getting changed to 1. Okay, let me do another example. When I say cd temp vi ravi 1 vi add 2.sh, if let's say I wrote a simple shell script like this, argument 1 equal to 10, argument 2 equal to 20. When I say temp add 2.sh, but if I have to create ln -s temp add 2.sh as add 2.sh here, so there is a symbolic link. But whereas when I do hard link temp add 2.sh as add 2.sh underscore back, here if I log into this guy and if I add a third line, now will this get affected in the main copy? Will this get affected in the main copy? Yeah, you see, it's getting affected in the main copy. You got what I'm trying to say? I haven't entered into this temp add2.sh. I have just opened normal my copy and I have updated the third line. But this got affected there. But whereas when I go and update in the master copy, it looks like it's not getting reflected in a child copy. Here if I say echo $sum, when I say cat, I see the sum line I'm displaying. What about if I say cat? Yeah, I think it's the only issue with this user add command, because this I haven't experienced it before. Looks like with the user add, when it updates the master copy, it's not pushing the changes to child copies. Maybe that's an expected behavior because you are not supposed to copy any such files. But the normal behavior is this one. Let me show you that example one more time, okay? I went here, I added, I'll explain you what is VI editor in next classes. I have added 3 lines like this, okay? Now, I went to my home directory. Let me create a directory here called Shruti. Or it already exists. There are no files here. I can simply say cat temp add2.sh. It will display me the content. I can create a symbolic link, or first I can copy here. It will create one local copy. If I go to this other directory, su-db to inst1 will help me to switch user. If I go to temp directory and if I do add2.sh and if I add a line here, echo sum is equals to expr of $r1 plus $r2. If I added a new line like this and saved and exited, don't worry about those commands, I'll explain down the line. I have added 3 lines here. But the challenge with copy is when I come here and say add2.sh, I'll see only till argument 2. I cannot see the sum. You see what I'm trying to say? But whereas when I maintain the symbolic link, SL symbolic link, when I say cat of the symbolic link here, I can see the sum as well. But if I go ahead here and modify the 4th line, when I say cat of the same name, I'll see this modified line as well. The advantage of symbolic link is you don't have to maintain a local copy. These can be in 2 different file systems or 2 different drives, right? So when I try to open this file here vi, and if I print, that's all I have. Even if you are trying to modify the symbolic link, when you go here and say add2.sh, it will affect the main copy as well. Now then what is the difference between the symbolic link and a hard link? When I create a hard link of a target, here, hard link, what is the difference between both of them here is, it will maintain a local copy. But still it points to the master copy only, but it will maintain a local copy. The advantages of local copy is, it is very easy to work on, because for every input or output from this guy, you don't have to go to the different file system, different drive altogether, if they both exist on 2 different file systems. If I vi here and I open this file and if I echo just for testing, when I say cat hard link, I see this just for testing. And when I come here and say cat add2.sh, I still see this just for testing. But if I go to this original file and modify just for testing too, if I take cat add2.sh, I say cat hard link, cat soft link. Okay, we just see just for testing and just for testing. So that means the difference between them is with respect to the size. Hard link will make a local copy, and still it creates that symbolic link at the back end. But symbolic link just points to that original location directly. Looks like with user add command or with any of the system related files. See, etc password is a system file. So any updates to the system file might not be getting reflected in the hard links. I don't know, maybe that's kind of a restriction in Unix. Any questions on this link concept?
No, sir.
Quickly look back at the commands we look so far under the file system. The first command we looked at is df-h, right? Then we said ls, ls-l, ls-la, ls-ltr, ls and give absolute path, ls and you give relative path, or you can say ls options and absolute or relative path. Then the next command we looked at is cd. cd has a bunch of options, right? cd absolute or relative path, cd dot cd hyphen, okay, cd, what else we looked at? Tilde symbol, cd $home. Then we looked at print working directory. We looked at copy command and copy -r to copy directories recursively, and mv command, ln command, ln with -s and ln plain ln. I mean, on a miscellaneous part, you also looked at switch user hyphen and the username, and you also looked at user add command. This user add is something that Unix admin uses to add a new user. You also looked at a file called etc password. This is a file that gets updated whenever we add or remove any of the user or any of the user properties. Any other command it will look under the file system stuff. rm, of course. It is better to forget that command. So rm -rf